A guy was cleaning a car, when his owner arrives scratching the car, then he asks the washer, I left my car to wash and you scratched it all? The washer replied, No, I didn't do anything, I was just cleaning the car, and the car owner says, you scratched my car all over. Now you will have to pay. And the washer again says, that it wasn't him, that he was just washing. Soon a girl approaches and says, Good morning. And she asks what was going on. And the owner of the car says, This guy there, I left my car to be washed and he scratched everything. The washer says, That's not what happened, I swear. The girl, okay. I even saw an ad for this car and it is for sale, the owner of the car says, but the conversation here is not this one, I want him to pay for the repair. The girl says, I understand, but I am very interested in your car, and what is the value of the car? And he replied, The value is $25,000, but now with these scratches, I'll have to spend about $1,500 to fix it. The girl then says, Is he $25,000 plus the $1,500? He replied, That. So she asks the value, and $26,000? And caring. And asks him to enter the PIX key, and informs him that he is going to buy the car. He asks, Are you sure you are going to buy the damaged car? And she says, Type the key, and I'm going to buy the car. He types it, and gives her the cell phone, and she asks, Is it Roni? He confirms. She asks him to check the transfer, and informs the washer that he had just won a car. The scared washer says, A car. She asks the former owner to wait and asks the washer to get the car dirty. The washer asks her to get it dirty. She says, Yes, the car is yours, but I need you to get it dirty. He then picks up dirt and puts it on top of the car. The former owner asks, Are you crazy? Look what this guy is doing. She tells the washer it can get more dirty and tells him to get more dirt. Roni says, Did you buy the car for that? And then she asks the washer if he was feeling better. He answers, Yes I am, because I didn't do that there. She then answers, Of course it wasn't you, I was coming, and I saw you put the key in the car and scratched it. Roni asks me. She says, Yes I saw it. Roni then says, You know what, you've already transferred the money to my account, I'm leaving, you can make do with the car and leave her. The washer asks if she wanted him to wash the car for her. And she says, No, but that he hadn't understood that the car was his, and he asks her why she was doing that for him. And she says, I graduated in law, I'm a lawyer and I hate injustice, and when I saw this scene, that gentleman doing that, but I have a proposal for you. And he, scared, says, Proposal? She says, Yes, I want you to come work with me at my company. He asks, But what am I going to do there? I'm just a car washer, and the lady asks, Do you know how to read, right? He says, Yes, and she says, So you will have an opportunity at my company, and he thanks her for the opportunity, and she says, No need to thank me, just be at this address tomorrow at 8 a.m., he confirms and says goodbye. The other day, at the company, his boss says, Good morning. Are you already here at your table? He says, Good morning. Getting up, then your boss says, No need to get up, I can see that you like to read, picking up the book and seeing that the book was about architecture, and she asks, Are we going to have a future architect here? And he says, Yes it is, Tatiana, but I don't have the conditions for that, no, and she replied, Never say never, Paolo, because I'm sure you'll go far and keep studying, and I'm sure that here, you'll earn enough money to pay for your college, then I'll send you some documents to print and mail, and say goodbye. He looks up and thanks God for putting such a wonderful woman in his path. A few months later, seeing some papers, Tatiana wonders what she was going to do. Soon Paolo enters her room, saying that he was taking some documents for her, and he asks, Are you all right? No, Paolo, no need to worry, there is no problem that has no solution, and he says that she really needed to talk to him, and that he was doing an excellent job at the company, and that's why she had sent a letter of recommendation to an office some friends of hers, and tomorrow you're going to start with him, okay? And Paul, without understanding, asks, Is that really, boss? Are you firing me? What did I do? Did I do something wrong? I always do my job right, why? Tatiana says, Paolo, you have been my right arm here, but it's a problem with myself, it's nothing with you, you can rest easy, and maybe at another opportunity we won't work together again. Paolo says, okay, if that's what you want, I'll do it, thank you, and leaving the room. Tatiana asks God for help and also leaves the room. Paolo places a box on top of the folders. She comes back and wonders, what is this? Opening the box and seeing the earrings, she soon praises, saying they were beautiful. 5 years later, Tatiana loses everything and is on the streets asking for money. When Paolo was passing by and she asks him for money, he looks at her and says, Tatiana? She says, hi. Paul. He says, my God, Tatiana, what are you doing here on the street? She says, wow, you're so beautiful, I'm proud, congratulations. So my life is not very easy. Paul asks, what happened to you? Why are you asking for money on the street? She says, do you remember when I got you the job at my friend's office? It's because I had to sell everything. I found out I had a disease and I had to sell a car, house, apartment, and even the company I had to sell, and thank God I got the cure, but I was unable to start over. Paul says, wow. And asks if the earrings she was wearing were the ones he'd given her. And she, amazed, says, was it you who gave it to me? You didn't say anything to me, it was the only thing I couldn't let go of. I loved the earring and I thought it was such a beautiful gesture. My lawyer friends all abandoned me. Paul says, but what do you mean, nobody helped you? Why didn't you look for a job? She replied, yes, I looked for a lawyer who has no presence, they do not hire, and my friends turn their backs, and at my age things are not easy. And Paolo says, no, you go to the office now, you are one of the best lawyers in the region, are you crazy? Go work with me, yes. And Tatiana says, I won't even hug you, because I'm dirty, but thank you very much. And Paolo asks for a hug.